Mm. I want to try now. I don't cut the tree. If you want 100, you go pay. Yeah. 100. I don't cut another tree for a year.
What's it up?
You shall see. And you are plug, you know, if never no give a light, come plug down for here.
What's it up?
Okay. So la fẹ́ test báyìí. This is a chargeable bulb. Tá bá fi sára ibi báyìí, ó máa tàn. Ó ní. Ó ló tàn yìí.
Oh, go.
So it is true.
Oh, true.
This is the mango tree in the front of my house.
Right.
The divine energy, the spark that creates everything in this entire universe, is inside of your body. As above, so below. And because the divine energy that's flowing through everything and all living things is inside of you, you have the power of commandment. You have the power of creation. You have the power of healing. All that power exists in your body. This is what the ancients were trying to teach us from tens of thousands of years ago. We manifest this entire planet. This entire reality on this planet has been manifested by individuals like me and you, and we take it for granted because we don't realize what we're doing. We're creating. Human beings are creators. Why? As above, so below. We are a divine spark, just a branch of the oneness, the universal all, the one consciousness that truly does exist. We're just a branch of it.
So I've been doing a lot of stuff with these smart trees, but I'm about to up my game in something that I'm going to try. By the way, these smart trees are now in production, so they should be released soon. But my next adventure is how to get electricity from trees. Is it possible? Yes. Will I figure out how to do it? I don't know yet. So stay tuned. We are definitely going to try.
So I had the idea. I called my electrician and we measured. And in fact, we could measure a current in the tree. Here, please, Fundi. You have to go in the flesh of the tree. And immediately now, that you see, I'm not joking. This tree is currently delivering 25 volts DC. So one day, Fundi and me, we took our electrical wire. So just an electrical wire, round our tree, nicely, like that. Tight. Yeah, it helps if before you put your wire, you really scratch the skin of the tree, and it helps if you keep a distance between your wires. You see the scar in the tree? Yeah. Where the tree have those scars, that's where they produce the most of power, categorically. Yeah? So that is where you can get up to 280 volt, even AC. But lunchtime, when it requires full sun. Electrical connectors. Now we should be able to measure the current, or we can run a light bulb or a grinder, which we are going to do for you in a second. Okay? So now, of course, I have both wires on. So here, careful. You see that? This is now 220 volt DC. You can check here, there is no wires going to the tree or whatsoever. Even before we figured that in the day we can run a grinder and in the night we can run a light bulb. All our security lights here in our shop, everything here runs off these trees. Now we connect the angle grinder. Here, please connect it for me. So, now you can see it is 2 o'clock lunchtime, bright sunlight. Yeah? So, we will see if we get now an angle grinder to run. Yeah. Now here, oh, this is now serious power, guys. Yeah, this is serious power. Light on. You can charge batteries and you can charge phones. Sign up. Everyone can charge their phones here for free. Yeah. From the power of the tree. That is from mornings 9 o'clock till about 6 in the evening.
You are a god or a goddess and have real proof to break down how. There's been a lot of debate about what God truly is and what it means. One side believes that God is within you, while the other side believes that God is external. So let me explain how everybody has God inside of them. A perfect example is like a pitcher full of God's energy. And the energy got poured into a cup, which is now you. You're literally a vessel full of God's energy. And if you don't believe me, it says this in the Bible too. The spirit of him who raised Jesus from the dead dwells in you. And who raised Jesus from the dead?
God did.
So nobody is technically wrong. The only difference is some people pray to God, while others recognize that God is already within them. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Y'all stay conscious.
Now my heart is broken, I can't see them in pieces. Promises I told you, I don't know that you gon' keep it. How you promise loyalty to me, you was sneaking. I'm forever scar, you ain't even have a reason. I'm forever scar, you ain't even had to hurt me. I was going hard for you, you ain't even deserve me. Think you up and leave.
We now connected this. This is a moringa tree that has been cut down. That is just growing up. We now have to connect this electric wire to it. This is a moringa tree that has been cut down. We now have to connect. We just connected wire and add to it. The wire that is connected from this root is going to produce us with this. This is the moringa tree. Can be any tree. Can be any tree. This is the wire that brought this light. Shines very well. I'm going to test it well by it. Let's come and test it again from there. This is a banga tree and it got us light. Already charged. Already charged. So we are done.
Light is powered by salt water alone and can be used in places that don't have electricity. Water light works through ionization, creating energy when salt water electrolytes react with the magnesium inside the device. Its life expectancy is around 5,600 hours and it can charge small devices via USB. It was inspired by the traditions of indigenous peoples near the border of Colombia and Venezuela. 840 million people worldwide live without reliable electricity, but devices like this can change their lives.
Let's see. Look at this. Come closer, come closer to the water. Just show me here. Look at it. Today we are going to show you how to generate free electricity from salt. This is normal, regular salt you use to cook at home, and electrolyte. This is 700 naira. With this 700 naira, you can have light at home for complete a month. Something like this, what I have here, this is a sample of what I'm talking about. This is a free electricity here. This is a bulb, and when I put this here and put this here, the light on. So this is what I'm talking about.
Listen, a gorilla can eat nothing but vegetation and then put on size like this. And people's comments are, oh, gorillas' gut microbiomes are different than us. What you don't seem to wrap your head around is that we are the most divine, advanced, sentient life forms on this plane of existence. How do you not grasp that? The people in power understand that low vibrational light becomes matter and high vibrational matter becomes illuminated. They worship the 3D construct. They are Canaanites. They are cannibals. They practice Baal worship and human sacrifice. They practice consuming flesh. You don't understand the hierarchy of what you're in. You don't understand what you are participating in. Oh, but you need B12s and you need protein. For over a year, I participated in what I now call the celestial fasting method, where you only eat on Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and I was only eating raw fruit and vegetation. When you don't eat for 3 whole days, your body goes into homeostasis, ketosis, and you activate your growth hormone. And I noticed that you need minerals. You don't need protein. The precursor to everything is minerals. If we went to school and we learned about alchemy like we're supposed to, you would understand that the body is composed of minerals, composed of the 12 cell salts. You need to find out what you're deficient in, and you need to start taking those minerals. You need to get them from natural sources. Your organs are optimized by minerals. All illnesses, chronic illnesses, and diseases come from mineral deficiencies. It's a fact. The body does not need protein. You've been brainwashed. You go to school and these pharmaceutical companies create the curriculums of the stuff that you're learning. If you are consuming meat, you're getting secondary and trinary nutrition. How do you not comprehend that? You're being put in a state of consumption. Eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And when you do that, you shut down the autonomic functions of the body. Your body's supposed to naturally do things. Your DNA shuts down because you become externally dependent. That's why I tell you, your body is interdependent. And the only way to get back there is through fasting and minerals. Most of the fitness influencers that even attack me on this platform are doing hormone therapy because their test levels are extremely low. And you wonder why? It's because of the consumption of meat. They have erectile dysfunction. And if they don't, it's because they're taking some form of hormone therapy. You are a carbon life form, and guess what the closest thing to carbon is? Fructose. Natural fructose from fruit is the closest thing to carbon, which is what you are composed of, H3O2 structured jelly water. And the body is electrical. That's why fruit yields angstroms of energy. Understand the zodiac signs, the Mazzaroth, like it says in the Bible. Study alchemy, find out what you're deficient in, which 12 cell salts you're deficient in, and start getting those in your body. Get your body back to basic function. Oh, you need to show me peer-to-peer studies. They control the information that you see. You need to seek knowledge. If you want to further your knowledge about this stuff, go get my web course, Touching the Veil. All the health stuff is free. In the next few days, I'm going to upload an entire new segment on the zodiac signs and the 12 cell salts and the foods that correspond with those cell salts so you can understand what you can eat to make up for what you're deficient in.
I hear these Nigerian people saying there is electricity in the trees, especially in the aloe tree and the moringa tree. So I want to try this to see if it could work. Here is a globe. I'm going to cut this, my aloe tree, and see if it has electricity, if it could light on its own without any connection to electricity. Let's see here. The globe is off. I want to see if my tree has electricity. Let's see. There is electricity in the... This Nigerian, we are speaking the truth. Look at it. So my tree, let me check another tree. Let me check another tree. Let me see. Here is another tree. Let me check it. If I could find electricity. Let's see. There is electricity. I don't know if the grass would have. Even the grass in my house. So I'm doing everything. You see, I'm not wearing any shoes. They say that there are benefits here. The blood circulation. This is called earthing. Blood is circulating, it's running everywhere, it's healing me of arthritis and high blood pressure and every other things. So I'm getting stronger and stronger. But hey, here is it, amazing. Let's check it out again. It's off now. Let's see. Look at it, it's on. It's on because of the gel, of the aloe gel at the back. You see, look at my finger, look. I'm in electricity. I step on the grass, so I am in electricity myself. Look at it. This is amazing.
People trying to generate light from trees. And it is, I think we just need to clear the air so that people don't put false hope on what does not really exist. Now, this is a pawpaw tree. And like you and I know, every tree has a sap because nutrients must flow from the soil through the stem down to the branches as well as the fruit as well to supply them. Now, this is a rechargeable bulb. In this rechargeable bulb, there is a cell called, what we mean by cell is a battery. Now, this is an example of a battery. It's a cell, we call it DC. It generates DC voltage. Typically, of course, this is a multimeter. if you switch your multimeter to the DC range, you would observe that let's try to connect this and see. Come closer. Are you seeing it, or you can zoom in? So this is the negative terminal and this is the positive terminal. Now we have a value here which is 8.57 volts. Now a DC normally generates its own voltage. All right. Now, so what is this tree mystery all about? Can a tree give you AC? That is not possible. So let's start the experiment. Again, I have brought this. Now, this is something that comes with your rechargeable bulb when you buy it, especially if you buy a product like AKT product. I'm not advertising AKT, but this comes with it. Now, have you ever wondered why this comes with it? If you look into this very well, you will see that the plate runs through completely, creating what we call a closed circuit. So by the time you put this inside your bulb and you twist this, the bulb comes on. Nothing special. What we've done is the bulb has these two mounts here. So these two edges here, these terminals, when we put this one inside, you connect them. So these two become like one, and the current can actually flow, and the circuit is complete. So the same thing is what the tree is doing. When you, and you know, one of the good conductors of electricity or electrons is water. We have insulators, we have semiconductors, and we have conductors. Current conduction in conductors is simply by electrons. So electrons has to flow. Now, I've peeled this tree. I just hope many trees in Nigeria will be safe after today. Now, if you touch it, it is wet. So, of course, there are ions flowing there. Of course, it's not water. Some people will think it's electrolysis, but there is ions flowing into this. There's a kind of how do we put it now? The chemist will be able to explain that better, what's flowing. But let's assume that what is flowing here is a liquid. Now, so of course, okay, they call it the sap of the tree. So when you put this there, automatically you find that you've closed the circuit. So the same job this person is doing is what this job is doing. So if maybe the camera can come closer. So if I just put only one terminal, can you see it? Just look at the terminal directly. You can see that only one is touching it. The other one is not touching it, so the bulb does not come on. But if the two touches the tree at the same time, the source at the same time, you'll find that the light will definitely come on. So it is not the tree that is giving you light. It is the cell battery that is here that is producing the light. And that is why if you bring in an AC bulb, it will not light, because the tree does not generate such. And so let's try to use, people, I've seen people also use conductors. Of course, the same job a conductor will do. This is an aluminum conductor that I stripped from a wire. If you put the same thing there and touch the two and touch the two, it will still come on. So there's no rocket science here.
Your hand is covering the light.
There's no rocket science here. So you find that it will still come on as the others would come on before it. So that is about what you have in this store. So please, it's not any tree generating any special effect. It is you that you have brought the light in the first place using your rechargeable battery. So it's the same thing you find when you actually plug this in. Now, the only way you can be so sure if a tree would generate bulb is to use this. This is what we call an LED. Now, this is a light emitting diode, and it requires a voltage of about 0.7 volts or 0.3 volts to power on, depending on the material from which it is made. So if the reality is true, by putting this here, there should be some current flowing through, but you can't find any. This guy cannot come on. So if this guy can come on this bright, even when this is there, why is this small one not coming on? So technically that tells you because this one is not powered by any cell. There is no source of power here. But this one has an inbuilt cell. Well, I can't break my bulb to show you the batteries inside. Maybe in next video I will show you the battery inside. So that is just what it is. There is nothing special about this. And we've used multimeters to also try to measure the voltage coming out from the tree. There is really nothing coming out from the tree. This is a DC voltage. You can see that it's not stable, fluctuates up and down. And if there were to be a stable voltage, you would actually have a stable voltage value. If the tree were to be generating something, the value will be stable. This is millivolts. This is pure DC. So, guys, let's be enlightened. The tree is not performing magic. Let's save our tree. There are future hopes to actually look at the mechanism at which the tree transports nutrients from the soil to the body, and see if there are some things we can harness from it. But for now, no tree can give you this kind of light. It's something you can do on your own. Just get any terminal, connect the two together, and your LED bulb or your rechargeable light will come on. Thank you.